Hi, I'm Lindy.
And I'm Ty.
And sometimes we see some really unsafe things in the gym.
And we just want to give you some safety tips so you don't get injured before you get started. Dynamic stretching is an extremely important part of your workout. Your workout should always begin with 5 to 10 minutes of dynamic stretching. This will not only prevent injury, but will also allow for more blood flow and a better contraction, as well as more muscle growth.
When you're picking up weights off the floor or off a rack, we need to make sure that we're doing it correctly. So rather than bending from the back, we need to make sure that we're bending using our legs. So bending at the knees. So we're bending down, we're going to hold onto the weights. Make sure that you're over the top of the weights. Like they shouldn't be out in front of you and they shouldn't be right here. So try and make sure that they're behind you. Hold onto the weights, use your legs to push you up. So you're literally pushing up. Make sure that you keep your back in neutral spine and you're not leaning over like this. So when you're going to sit on the bench, put the weights on your thighs. This will help you control any movement so that if you need to and the weights are heavy, you can kick them up. And then this puts them back, then you simply rock back and you're in a starting position. Your arms are in nice and tight, you can push right up and then you can actually rotate the weight so that you're ready to start your first lift. Now when you're ready to finish the exercise, simply rotate, back down, bring them to your chest and rock up. It's the safest way to avoid an injury.
One safety tip that's very important and often neglected is the use of clips. Anytime you're using heavy weight, you want to make sure that you're using clips for your safety and others around you. By not using a clip, you potentially risk the weight falling off and possibly falling on you or others around you. It's very hazardous and can create an unsafe gym environment. Another safety issue that is commonly seen in the gym is improper hand placement. Proper hand placement will look like so when performing most back maneuvers. Hands will be shoulder length apart with the bar directly on your legs. By improperly placing your hands and placing them too far out, you can risk injury. Another key component besides hand placement is wrist placement. You want to make sure your wrists are not hyperextended. This is proper form. This would be a hyperextended wrist, which will lead to injury.
One of the other things that really worries me when I'm actually in the gym is people who, when they're squatting or when they're doing lunges, have their knee over their toe. Now what I mean by that is when your knee protrudes over the toe. We want to make sure that when we're squatting in particular, that our legs are approximately shoulder width apart, chest out, shoulders back. So what we're looking for is a really nice neutral spine, which is through the back. We don't want to see any of this. We don't want to see hyperextension. Now, you can see how my knees are not protruding over my toes. We don't want to see this. That's not a good posture for your back. I'm losing neutral spine and I'm placing incredible tension on my knees and all through my lower back. And that actually ends up causing most of the time an injury. So, keep your elbows up if you're not used to this. Go down and back up again. Really squeeze through the glutes and use your quads to push up through the movement. You can see that my spine is really nice and flat, neutral spine. The other thing that we really need to look out for is making sure that our heels don't lift off the floor. Now if we're going down, and I can go a lot further down if my actual heels come off the floor. This is all due to the flexibility of the ankle and the foot. So as you can see, my range of movement, I can only go about there before I start to lose. If I go down here, I'm losing neutral spine. So there's no way that I want to be in this position when I've got weight on my shoulders, because chances are I'm going to topple forward, or if I'm in this position, I'm really, really unstable. Biggest thing for a squat, you want to make sure heels are on the ground, neutral spine, chest up, shoulders back, and you're in the strongest possible position to use the glutes and to use the quads. Happy squatting. For more on how to do these exercises safely and effectively,
Consult a personal trainer at your local World Gym.